Good morning, all you lovely people. It's another reaction right here on Dedicated to Art to the Schmoedown. We are not very awake right now, but we're gonna try it anyway. So, hello everyone. I'm your host, as usual, Kees Cornelissen, joined by my usual panel, Chris Doman and Nico Rigoli, for a reaction to an Inner Geekdom match: Adam Hlavac versus Eric Zipper. Chris, what are your thoughts on this match today?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Look, I'm not saying it's to crap on Hlavac. I think that back when the Inner Geekdom was still kind of a newer thing, he did prove himself to be quite a knowledgeable competitor. But I think some of the new blood's just a little bit too much for him in particular. And Zipper, while not necessarily on the hottest hand in terms of Inner Geekdom, because the last time he played Inner Geekdom, he lost against Rachel, the current
Yeah, that's
champ,
the thing.
at Collision. So I don't actually know. I like we sort of been giving it to Zipper the last week or so, but as we now are like on the actual about to watch the match itself, I genuinely don't know. Could go
Well,
either way.
I personally think that Lavec had a couple of lucky matches when he got into that tournament. The first Intergeekdom match he played, he was in a five-way with Donica, barely lost to Donica on the five-pointer. So that does show, no, that did show that he knew some Intergeekdom. And then he just had a couple of opponents. Okay, look, he faced Navarro, but with a million ring rust who hadn't been studying, and as we now know, Kevin Smets can easily KO. So that's the Navarro that Lavik faced, not the I'm the Inner Geekdom champion and I study for these type of things Navarro. So that's why I think that Lavik was just a little bit overhyped at first. Now he did put up a good match against Kalinowski, but yeah, recently he hasn't been playing that well in Inner Geekdom. And yeah, Zipper had one match in Inner Geekdom, and that was against the current Inner Geekdom champ, Rachel Cushing.
Two.
So that's. What was the other one? Oh, right. And the first one he did win in the tournament. Yeah, no, that's true. So that's that's just an unlucky draw in the tournament. So, and I think that Zipper recently has shown that he wants to get revenge. He wants to get back in it, and I think he's more driven, more studying. Nico, what are your thoughts on this match? Are you awake?
Barely. I'm barely awake. So for me, the story of this match is where is Zipper's head at? Because when we last left him, he had ditched Winston to go be part of corruption, who didn't want him. Actually, they were just playing him like a fiddle. And now he's got a trial run with the Dungeon as Paul Oyama's partner, supposedly. That match has not officially been booked yet, as far as I know. But yet Zipper has been taken for a ride. He's wondering what the hell is wrong with every single person in the Schmoedown, because they're talking in circles and metaphors. I'm wondering, is that mindset going to play a role into his performance today? Or will he be able to overcome those thoughts going through his head and come out with the victory? I need coffee. I need Red Bull. I need something.
You need caffeine. That's true. Yeah, I wonder if we'll see more of that. If we'll see more of his new faction form, or if it's just going to be him. Because if he is to be in the dungeon, then he is in a faction with Kevin Smets, the current Inner Geekdom, well, soon to be number one contender. Of course, I don't know that, but come on. And considering that, will Smets be there to maybe walk him out or something like that? I don't know. I'm interested at least. But I think we've said enough about this match. We should just start watching it. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, hello, Roka.
Horseman!
I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure if I can trust you yet. I wouldn't be with you if you did. Look, it's a long time ago. We have a long history.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah, so how's this going to work?
Look, it's going to be based on trust. That's it. No more dope broker.
Don't start
No,
that.
no, it's a long time ago. I know. Look, I'm here to win. You gotta base this on trust. You gotta trust me.
Damn it, you're right about this, god damn it.
Okay.
Okay.
Roxy again.
Indeed.
If both competitors smile, she's gonna hate them.
I don't think either of these will smile that much.
That is true. It's so close to being the right pronunciation too.
Adam Hlavac.
I just realized something.
I love the guy so much. We share an IPA from
I
time
think
to
Zipper
time.
is the
We'll get
Woody
his last
Allen
name at some
of
point.
the
He is
Schmoedown.
number 3 ranked in the world of the inner geekdom.
I don't know Woody Allen well enough for that.
Rachel the Crusher Cookie. And while it seems like Adam is the kind of person who wants that
Fair
belt,
enough,
Eric
fair
Zipper, very different mission. He kind of went rogue. He ditched his buddy Winston. After
Why did he take the shirt off? I'm still confused by
because
that.
it was a hero shirt. It was Captain America, and he's like, I'm not a hero.
Manager, but he's just kind of like maybe playing the puppet master from afar with Eric's career. Seems like Eric wants more shots at corruption than he necessarily does winning any sort of belt.
And you can't let that blind you. You have to focus on the belts, and this has happened so many times in this league where you just get sidetracked. And I don't know if it's going to be beneficial for him in the long run because he's so short-sighted on this one.
That's right, and Eric, a guy who you don't expect that kind of behavior from, but that's the Eric that we're getting, so we don't know what kind of Zipper we're going to see on the stage today. We know what we're getting with Adam. He's an all-time inner geekdom player. He's a beloved figure here in the movie trivia Schmoedown, and they did a pre-interview. Let's take a look at that right now.
I am in a whole new frame of mind.
Led Zeppelin
We
called. They want their
pretend
riff
to be
back.
heroes,
Thank
but
you very
Going
much.
off on his teammate. I don't understand what that means.
I'm so tired of being unappreciated and underplayed in this league.
I was going to be the new leader of corruption. That's what you said. You said I was a future star of this league. What is wrong with you people?
I'm here to get to Mike Kalinowski. I'm going to win matches until I can see the look on that smug son of a bitch's face when I finally beat him.
It's been a minute since I've been here, since I fought. Last time I had a really good match against Rachel Fishing. That went pretty much more or less as I sort of expected it was going to go.
And as far as Adam Hlavac goes, he ain't going anywhere.
And I like you guys.
I've been trying to get back in Inner Geekdom for a while now. I mean, Kaiser's a shady guy. I don't necessarily trust him, but he said he was going to get me matches, and I'm here to make a scene.
I can get things done in this league.
I was supposed to face Jared Habon, who I am a little familiar with. Eric Zipper. Sorry, man. I've never heard of you. Whoever it is, I'm all
Oof.
Okay, not gonna lie. I
on
wish that
whatever
was the
she
match.
throws at me.
I am one
Hey,
and
Bon.
going into this
Hell
match,
yeah.
and I feel like if I beat
Oh, he's
Adam,
not
who
good
is a
enough.
respected player in the league, then that puts me on the map. I
I don't know,
think
man.
there's
Don't be
anyone that
so
I wouldn't be willing to go up against.
We know that in that fatal four-way, there's going to be Chance.
Chance Ellison is in Inner Geekdom now. I would love to see the look on that guy's face after I wipe the floor with him.
Whew, facing
That's
Kalinowski.
not gonna happen,
I
Zipper.
wouldn't mind that. That'd be a lot of fun. He brought that good game the last time I faced him, but sort of see how things would change this time around.
Chance, Mike, corruption, I don't care. I am coming for you. I don't care whether it's in Inner Geekdom, whether it's in teams. My match with Adam today, it's a stepping stone. You know, I'm here to win, and then I'm coming for you.
Look, I feel like this league is filled with one too many bad guys. So I'm excited at eradicating any sort of evil that's necessary out of this league. So Eric Zipper, as much as you think you want to and can beat me, I think you've got something else coming today.
All right.
Never,
Alright.
I never heard someone be so calm about killing bad guys. He's like the John Wick of the Schmoedown.
Just don't hurt his dog.
Exactly.
See, there, That's what I'm talking about. Is that Adam, he just stands up, he's classy. He's the guy that I want standing on top of a tall building overlooking the city. Zipper, what the hell's going through this guy's mind, Rox?
I honestly don't know. I think it's revenge, it's anger, like I
That
said,
match.
short-sighted. He's not looking towards.
Oh, I'm gonna have the stats sheet ready for that one.
He's kind of guy.
8 titles between those two gentlemen.
Yeah.
So
Some kind of mask.
Gonna have to look up some of their older matches.
Right, and let's put you, and I hate to do this to you, but put you in the shoes of Kaiser. What is he looking at with an Eric Zipper? Is he considering taking him on, or is this just kind of him playing with the Inner Geekdom League? Because we know Kaiser doesn't enjoy his share of power.
Listen, I don't think it's right what he's doing. I think he's testing Zipper right now, and if you want him, take him.
If you
what
want
are you
it,
doing? Just testing the
take
waters.
it.
I think it puts Zipper in a bad
I
position.
know, terrible
because
song.
Now he has to compete for the love of a manager. I don't think it's fair.
Well, he did get Zipper this matchup in the Inner Geekdom realm, and this is something that Eric's wanted for a long time. Eric currently ranked number 6, Adam ranked number 3, and we're going to see who's going to come out on top here today. Roxy Stryer has our tale of the tape. What are these nerds good at?
Yes, I do. Zipper's strengths are DC, Marvel, and scores and soundtracks, which is definitely not a strength of mine. And Adam Hlavac is great with Star
Is he,
Wars,
though?
DC, and Marvel. So both great with DC and Marvel.
Uh,
with Star Wars being
He has sunglasses that go over top his other
Let's
glasses.
see if these geeks get nothing but Middle Earth today. It's about to go down. Roxy, you ready?
Oh, yeah, Mark.
Then it's time for the movie
Schmoedown.
Schmoedown. Inner Geekdom style.
Yeah, wow.
3 rounds to the finish. Introducing first the challenger.
Oh, the X-Men animated series theme song.
Inner Geekdom competitor with a record of 1-1, 1 knockout. Please welcome.
They had an episode where they went to the Savage Lands, apparently.
Good dig at yourself.
He was right.
Whatever.
Mostly booze. Eric not really caring about appeasing the crowd
I mean,
at
you
all.
can't think his head's in the game at all right now. What's happened?
Seems like a very flustered player. He seems like he's in Act 2 of any superhero movie where he's doubting himself and what his future path is.
True.
Fine.
And his opponent, the number 3 ranked competitor in the Inner Geekdom movie trivia
This is Captain
Schmoedown
America.
division, with a record of 2-3.
The Lemurian Star.
Please welcome.
And this theme is so awesome.
Haymaker.
Is it the Lemurian Star? It's anyway, it's from Winter Soldier.
There's Adam. This is a guy who knows how to curry favor with the crowd, with us up here at the answer desk. This guy knows how to compete, Rox.
And I'm a fan of blowing kisses.
He's very good at blowing kisses and wearing sunglasses.
I wasn't sure where that sentence was going to go until she said
Oh, I
kisses.
didn't know that was a sign of that. I'll keep that in mind when I'm looking for
That's how tired I am and how much my mind is in the gutter right now.
Glasses up there.
And back to the shirt.
And
See,
back to the
normally,
shirt it goes.
one's mind
All
is in
right,
the
gentlemen,
gutter
this is the
when
Inner
you're
Geekdom
awake, fully
division.
aware.
So you're going to have 3
Not today.
rounds. Your
Not
first
today.
round will be
We're
10
just
questions
there.
from 10 different corners of the Inner Geekdom Know-How Galaxy. Each question's worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round 1. As soon as we ask the question, you have about 15 seconds to write
All
down
right.
your best attempt at an answer. Once you do and we address you
Let's
by
see how I do.
name, please show
I have nothing else to say about this. Let's see how we do. It's early.
microphone so Roxy and I can hear it loud and clear.
People are going to think we thought this match sucked if they don't have the context of how exhausted we are.
Is that context enough for you?
I've had about 7 hours.
Oh, look at you.
Oh,
You got,
That's
you,
some-
definitely right,
you got the
Mark.
most
Oh,
out of
boy.
all of us.
Yeah, I probably
Two of
did.
us, but we're ready to get here going today. Adam, are you ready?
I'm ready.
And Eric Z-Man Zipper, you ready?
Running out about 5.
Let's get this
myself.
over with.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Great attitude, man.
Yeah.
All right, asking the first question will be the legend in the movie trivia Schmoedown, Mark Baby Carrots.
He is a legend.
Your first question comes from the world of DC
Yeah.
movies. DC movies. And your question is, who directed 1978's Superman?
Come on.
He has an attitude going on. Even in the pen writing, he's got tude.
Question,
Oh.
Received a sticker. Go to 5.
Oh, it's one of the two.
3, 2,
Richard Donner.
Pens down,
Richard
Donner.
Donner.
Richard Donner.
It was in fact Richard Donner. Did Z-Man have it?
I mixed him up with the
Lister.
second one,
Yeah,
Richard
that's the
Donner.
thing.
Hey,
It's
Question
easy
number 2 in the
to mess
category
it up.
of Star Wars. In Solo, a Star Wars story, what is the name of Han's girlfriend, played by Amelia Clark?
and Roxy, you-
Spelling does not count, thank God, because
I still have it spelled right.
I think they aged.
I'm never sure if I've spelled this right or not.
There's an apostrophe in there.
Yes.
2.
Kira.
Sound good to you first?
Kira.
Kira, spelled
It
in a
is,
way
in
that
fact,
totally makes sense.
Kira, you almost got the apostrophe in the right place. Did Adam have it?
Kira,
He
also
certainly
with a
did.
weird
Didn't even attempt an
apostrophe.
apostrophe.
He
You
put
both
one
get the
above.
point.
Yeah.
It's QI apostrophe RA if you're keeping score at home.
Yeah, shush.
Move on to Middle Earth.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm not getting this point.
In the Two Towers, Merry and Pippin meet Treebeard after escaping the Uruk-hai. What is the name of the forest?
What madness drove them in there?
I swear I've heard this question so many times before, and I've just never retained that information.
That's unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate. We're gonna have to work on that.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Fangorn.
Heads down,
Fangorn.
Aaron. Adam, what do you got?
Dark Forest, but I don't think that's right.
You are right in that it is not right. Eric Zipper.
It's definitely called the Forest of question mark.
I can't quite give that to you either. It's Fangorn. Fangorn. Come on, guys. Fangorn.
That was my second choice.
When you need to escape, I grew up on the East Coast, and we all know about Fangorn.
Oh, me too. Yeah, of course. Boston.
Boston.
Question 4. Heroes and villains.
Boston people aren't people.
In
Just ask
Watchmen,
Ryan.
which member of the Watchmen team has the real name John Osterman?
I don't know Watchmen. I should rewatch
Probably
it.
Give myself a big time superhero name.
Like what?
John Osterman. That sounds like
Oh.
What are you thinking?
Duh.
Fangorn.
I have a guess.
4, 3, 2.
Rorschach?
Pens down, Adam.
Is it Night Owl too?
Dr. Manhattan.
Ozymandias?
It was Dr. Manhattan. Did Adam Howell?
Oh, it's
Oh.
Dr.
He did.
Manhattan.
Dr. Manhattan.
Damn it.
Damn.
Still with that name.
I love
It
him.
was Manhattan and Hlavic. All right, so Adam.
I was going with which
now,
one
he's only
sounded
missed
the
one
closest
question.
to
Eric's
it.
missed 2. He's 2 for 4. 3 to 2. Adam with the early lead here.
Oscar
Your next
and
question comes from the world of
Ozymandias.
Marvel
Yeah.
movies.
Fair
Marvel
enough.
movies. And your question is, who provides the voice of Juggernaut in Deadpool 2?
Another point on the board here.
Nope.
That's good. Can I change my name? That's going to be.
No.
I'm going from
I
Fangorn
got
to Juggernaut.
nothing.
Can't. You locked
I
in.
can't pull off a Juggernaut. 5,
Can I get a
4.
repeat?
I can do that. Who voices Juggernaut in Deadpool?
Chris, you're gonna be like, oh, that's right, when you hear it. I think.
Juggernaut of a
He is.
Eh.
It was not my best.
That's pretty
If you hear the answer.
5, 4, 3, 2.
It's the star of the movie,
Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
I believe it's Ryan Reynolds.
It is Ryan Reynolds. Does Eric have
I
it?
didn't have it.
He did
Huh.
not. So now with that, Hlavic takes a 2.
Not the reaction we expected from
No.
Chris.
Question 6 in the category of Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter.
What is the specific name of the oath Snape makes, guaranteeing that he'll protect Draco in the Half-Blood Prince?
Hey, Chris, more Half-Blood Prince questions for you.
But I think it's great.
He hates this movie.
There's so much green.
You don't like a good oath?
It is very green. It is so green. And for some fucking reason, that's the movie that was nominated for cinematography. The Unbreakable Vow.
Solemn vow.
It's a hell of a guess, and it's actually pretty close,
yeah,
but
not
no.
too far.
Adam.
Wingardium Leviosa.
It's the Unbreakable Vow. Come on.
We're actually
say
looking
no.
for the Unbreakable Vow.
Oh, I was
The-
close.
Okay,
Oh,
whatever.
they're probably recording this at the
Which
same
means we all know for
time
half the country
over
is
there that we are at right now
Wow,
here.
this took a
Maybe,
turn.
maybe, yeah.
Tell us
Tell us
more
more about
about
your
your
personal
opinion.
life.
Oh,
Simple
God.
divorce joke.
So, some people took it real personally.
Yeah, some people. A lot of
I see you.
new divorcees here in the house. It's like that meeting in Jerry Maguire. All right, move to the world of Star Trek. Star Trek.
Finally.
Name one of the 2 films in which we see James T. Kirk die on screen. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
That got the
Now,
crowd back.
The
Lost
other
my
one,
marriage bit.
I think.
Now
I'm
they're
going
back
with the one that's
All
permanent.
you needed was
Captain
some
Yeah, that's-
Kirk.
dying. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Generations.
Send Into
Star
Darkness.
Trek Into Darkness.
Star Trek
We can
Generations.
accept Star Trek Into Darkness. Does Eric have that one?
Star Trek Generations.
He had the other one, Star Trek
Great.
Generations.
Love that.
I have
Good
both.
1-2 punch.
A lot of Star Trek know-how between the 2 gentlemen.
Question 8, my favorite category, DCEU.
Really?
Shazam is set in what city?
I don't know.
Damn it, still haven't seen this one yet.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, that's the thing. I have a guess.
Wow.
I have no clue
But
though.
nothing happened. How am I supposed to
I have seen this and I'm blanking.
Detroit?
Coast City?
New York?
It is, in fact, the city of brotherly love.
Oh.
Philadelphia.
Oh,
He got it with an exclamation point. And emphatic
Philly.
shout out
God
to
damn
the
it.
76ers.
Oh, that's right, because they did the
All
Rocky
right,
thing.
gentlemen,
Fuck.
your ninth category. And
Fuck.
you know this is the penultimate category in round number 1.
Oh, mixed bag. It could be anything. Yay.
Literally anything. Good bet that it's a nerd question. What is Count Dooku's Sith name in the Star Wars saga? I don't have to tell you this. They, like you're born with the name.
Put in the Darth in there.
Which is usually cooler than your
nervous
John
to ask you to make a Sith name for yourself. Scared.
5, 4, 3.
I need a repeat, please.
Yes, sir. What is Count Dooku's Sith name in the Star Wars saga? And that is Eric's second usage of the JT.
Only one more left.
To be fair, they say the name twice only, and it's in the worst movie in the franchise. So
Yeah, that's true.
But we're experts. You could ask us this in our
Welcome
sleep.
home, Lord Tyrannus.
Lord Tyrannus.
Darth Tyrannus.
It is Darth Tyrannus.
I believe there are 2 N's in this name.
There are.
I was thinking.
I was created by a man called Tyrannus on one of the moons of Bogdan.
So I wrote it Tyrannus instead.
From a patron of ours, thank you so much to Jeremy.
Hey,
Hastings.
Hey.
Hey.
We love you, Jeremy. We really appreciate it.
JTH. JTH.
MCU, of course. I was thinking, where is this one?
Facts. Straight facts here. Which MCU film features a post-credit scene
Yes,
about
yes,
exhibiting
I absolutely love this end credit scene.
Just overall, as a person, do you like post-credit scenes, or do you find it tiresome to sit through?
Thank you for that question, JTH.
I'm so entitled
I love
to
it.
them now. I've earned it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Spider-Man
Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming.
You did have it. He pulls it within 2 of Adam.
And yeah, the one with the most amount of sleep got the most amount of points.
So Adam,
Yay.
that's a very impressive.
But I
round
still
number
got
1.
6, so
Eric
that's
Zimmer got 5 out of 10. That's
not
solid.
bad.
But Adam,
Hey, you tied with Chris.
that
That's
is a
good.
guy who deserves his
That
current
doesn't happen
ranking
often.
in
Yes,
the
and
Geekdom
Case
division.
finally got the most in round 1. He's this never happens anymore.
Not even in inner geekdom. That's the issue.
That's right.
That's
and
my
we're seeing
issue.
the sunglasses hanging ever so gently off that second button, just the way God intended. We move on to round number 2. In round number 2, each competitor gets a spin at the wheel. We'll see a whole lot of cool inner geekdom categories on. Each one of those wheel slices contains 5 questions. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question. However, there is stealing available in round number 2. If you're not sure of the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question does go down to 1 point, as I previously thought. So, Adam, you're up by 3. You can spin now, or you can defer to Z-Man. What are you feeling?
I'll spin.
He's going to spin.
All right.
Oh,
He's going to grab it from
not
the
the
wheel.
pegs.
I like
Not
the
the
confidence.
pegs.
Yeah, the wheel.
Never the pegs. Oh God, he touched the peg.
Should we kick him out? Good spin altogether.
I think we need to electrify the pegs.
Only if we can throw out every heel.
Touch him.
Ha 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 ha
That's
ha.
right. So this could be a spinner's choice here.
Ooh.
DC movies.
Does he like that?
He did
He's gonna
name
He'll
it.
keep it.
He named it as a
does.
strength, so I would have been surprised if he had.
Oh, it's not one of mine, so.
DC movies, and for that we go.
It is
to
one of-
Casey
it is
Stryer,
one of
who will
mine.
be Administering your 5 questions.
Question number 1. William Hootkins, a.k.a. Portkins from
Lieutenant
Star Wars, plays this
Eckhart.
character in
Eckhart!
1989
Think about the
Batman.
future.
Lieutenant Eckhart.
That is correct. For 2 points.
And that's the
Nice.
front runner for my favorite question in the history of the movie trivia Schmoedown. Did you guys know that Porkins was also Eckhart? It's
I did know that.
fantastic.
By the way, it's funny that there is a character named Eckhart in a
His last
Batman
name is
movie.
Hootkins. This is great.
It is very funny now with,
Number 2.
you know, context.
In 1978
Yeah.
Superman, after saving Lois from the helicopter crash,
A
Superman
purse.
apprehends a thief that was trying to steal what?
A purse.
jewelry. Diamonds.
Roka's laughing somewhere.
Oh,
Jewelry is correct.
okay.
There we go. 2 points.
Hey, fun fact for you. That actor, that is the thief. He actually plays Thomas Wayne in Batman '89.
Now he's just showing off.
God, I thought you were going to go back to Hootkins, and I was about to lose my mind.
Same movie.
Question 3. Who voiced the Green Lantern Tomar Ray, the Lantern who
Jeffrey Rush.
greeted Hal on Oa?
I believe that's Jeffrey Rush.
Why the fuck do I know this? This movie sucks. Oh, I know because I like the actor.
Well pronounced there, Rox.
I don't know if that's true. Question number 4. In 2009's
Again?
Watchmen, what is the name of the newspaper to which Rorschach
He
sends
knows it.
his
He should
journal?
know this.
Does Donald Trump call it fake news?
Ah.
Yes,
Chances
you can.
are.
Is it A, Daily News, B, Mail Watch, C, New Mail Today, D,
It's
Mail
either
Watch?
C or D. I think it's either C or D.
I'm gonna go with B. I have no idea though. I should really watch this movie.
Okay.
Incorrect. So Roxy's going to read the options again for Eric, just so you have them for the possible story.
A, Daily News, B, Mail Watch, C, New Mail Today, D, New Frontiersman.
D, New Frontiersman.
Oh,
That is correct for
Okay.
1 point.
That was my
It's a
gut,
big
and I
steal,
went against
Roxy.
it.
Adam was rolling until that latest step by Eric Zipper. Adam, one more question.
Here we go. At the beginning of 2006's Superman
8?
Returns, how many years has Superman been gone?
9?
nice.
No, it's 8. It's 8.
Same amount of time Batman's apparently been gone.
Correct.
5 years.
Oh, it's 5
5
years.
years is
Yeah,
correct.
What
Correct.
a
Oh.
I was thinking 8 years is the time that
close
Batman
round.
was
It looked like
gone in
everything was
Batman
going Adam's way
Begins.
for those first 3 questions. The last
No,
2,
that's 7
Eric suddenly
because
steps
it's
up.
8 in Dark
Zipped
Knight
that one
Rises.
up.
I
Am
like
I getting
Okay.
better?
That was a really
Oh,
good
Okay, I'm
right.
just off on my
analogy to his
numbers.
last name.
Yeah,
All right,
we're-
T-Man, now
we're
you
tired.
Then
have
again,
the wheel.
we're
They've already
tired.
been answering some questions
I,
correct. Spinning
I'm not
from
that good
the
with
wheel.
DC.
Wow.
I
Not
should
pegs.
probably study up on that
Crazy
sometimes.
round.
But let's not forget, Adam's certainly capable of stealing a few questions on his own, so Eric can't afford a trip up here.
Without a doubt.
Uh-oh.
This looks like
Uh-oh.
DCEU is gonna
Uh-oh.
keep it. He's holding his mouth closed.
He called DC a string.
Just
So he wants
spin
to
it.
scream
Spin
something.
it.
Just
Spin.
please, for the love of us, spin again. Thank you.
He's gonna spin again.
Spinning
man.
again.
Gonna spin again.
A lot of dangerous things on there he could hit now.
I got a
don't
theory.
know
A lot of
about
terrible
I don't
movies
think
in
that
that
he fears the
category.
DCU too much. I just think he sees something
Yeah,
that he
and
might want
very
a
little
bit
good.
more.
which is
Harry Potter.
Potter,
I like that. I don't know if he does.
Judging
No,
by the
I
look on
don't
his
think
face,
he
I'm
likes
not
that.
Sure that's the category
dear.
he wanted.
I don't think so. Not a strength, at least not listed.
So Harry Potter, what do me and Harry Potter have in common? We both have a scar on our face that looks like a lightning bolt.
Okay.
All right, Harry.
Cool.
Here we go.
Mark legit does have a scar on his face from a dog accident.
And your first question. Which one of Ron Weasley's
Charlie.
brothers works with dragons?
In Romania.
There's so many brothers, I keep forgetting which
I
one
know.
does it.
I know. And this one doesn't appear on screen. He only gets mentioned.
That is incorrect. For a 2-point steal, does Adam have it?
George?
Looking for
Yeah, it's a
Charlie.
that's a deep cut.
Charlie. They call him Chuck in the books.
Ouch, Charlie.
They call
Charlie bit my finger.
my finger.
Hurt.
Oh
Real
God.
life dragon in the studio
I'm-
right here.
I'm gonna go back and watch that part.
All right.
God.
Your next question in the world of Harry Potter. What brand of wizarding candy includes a collectible
Chocolate
card of a
Frost.
famous witch or wizard in every box?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Beans?
B.
B, Chocolate Frogs? C, Pumpkin Pasties? D, Fizzing Whizbees?
Chocolate Frogs.
It is Chocolate Frogs.
Given
For a
that point.
Felt like I was in a Willy Wonka movie for a minute there. All right.
Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Your third questions. Snowswangers. In the world of Harry Potter, your next question. In the Goblet of Fire, who did Neville Longbottom
Ginny.
take to the Yule?
Yes, he did take
Yep.
Ginny. The future Mrs. Harry Potter. To this day, I still have to ask, How was Ron
Is it
cool with
A,
that?
Hannah Abbott, B, Parvati Patil, C, Lavender Brown, or D, Ginny
Well, he
Weasley?
knows.
I get
He
Give
I
him
get
a
un-
point.
I get uncomfortable whenever my
Usually
friends
this way
suggest
around,
even the
more
slightest
points,
that
the
they
more
want to take my
difficult
sister out on a
Eric
date.
Zipper does have a chance to go into round number 3 tied with Adam, but he's got to get these last 2 correct on their nose. And your next
It would be
one
like if
is
I were to ask
a
Nico's
Hufflepuff
sister on a date.
values hard work, patience, and loyalty. What animal?
Yeah, no offense, but you ain't getting that.
Exactly.
It's a
Badger.
badger. Eric needed those stinking badgers, and now he pulls it within 2. And he's
Not
got
good
one
with English
question left, and
animal
this could
names.
pull him even with Adam as the crowd gets very antsy with this last query. In the world of Harry Potter,
I swear, dogs love me.
in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, what
Chris,
does Horace
your favorite?
Slughorn disguise himself as whilst trying to hide
An
from Harry and
armchair.
Dumbledore?
Yeah, we had this question in, I think, our match against Kings of Winter.
Reclining chair.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Case,
we
you
are
and I
tied
did.
at 14. The look on Eric's face when he found out
Against
he was
who?
going to have to answer 5
Kings of
Harry Potter
Winter.
questions, I would not have expected that performance at all.
He pulled through at the end there, too, with getting
That's
those last
true.
2 questions for 2 points each.
He really did. You take a look at what Eric was able to do with his last couple questions. Adam got his last couple questions stolen from Eric, and now we find ourselves tied going into the deciding round number 3, in which each competitor is going to give us 3 numbers. These numbers can range. You can start at 1 if you want. You can end at 16. Anywhere between that is going to be fine. If you go to 20, sorry, I got no questions in that category. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next one's worth 3 points. And your last one, should we make it that far, is worth 5 big points. There's no stealing. There's no penalty for missing a question. We go to Adam first because we're tied. Adam, you are the favorite in today's
I'm
match.
impressed.
So which 3 numbers between 1 and 16 feel lucky to you, good sir?
2, 6, and 14.
2, 6, and 14. And Z-Man Zipper, you're tied with Adam. What are your lucky numbers?
3, 8, and 9.
8 and 9. All right. Eric, you're going to have your question first. It's going to be administered by this guy. And you selected number 3 for your 2-point question. And that corresponds to the world of the
Oh,
MCU.
he likes that one.
Okay.
MCU. And your question. What 2 main characters does Loki recruit to
Hawkeye
his
and
side
Dr. Eric
from his
Selvig.
staff at the beginning of 2012's Avengers?
Yeah. Hawkeye and Eric Selvig.
Give the man 2 points and the lead.
Huh?
So now we bounce over to Adam. Adam, now you have to answer your 2-point question. You selected number 2, Roxy. What does that correspond?
The category is The Hobbit.
Oh, he hates this.
Points. What TV personality and a well-known
Woof.
Tolkien fan makes a brief cameo as
What
Lake
the
Town
fuck?
Stephen
in
Colbert!
Desolation of
Stephen
Oh.
Colbert!
Okay. Wow. That's a deep cut, though.
Stephen Colbert.
Wow, he's really feeling the groove there.
It's probably easy if you know that guy. I don't really. So
Exactly.
That's
Adam was just totally at peace. Or
He got to watch Star Wars A New Hope before anyone else in the public did.
And you selected number
Yes,
8
he was one of the. He was in the early test audience screening.
And that corresponds up here. The answer to S2. Lord of the
Yay!
Rings.
Yay!
These were
Good
These are the good
movies.
ones. Yeah.
And your question. For 3 points, the title The Two Towers refers to which 2 towers?
Orthanc
according to the
and
Orthanc
Barad-dûr.
and Barad-dûr. Yeah, he don't know it.
Yeah, that's a very difficult one.
That's a 5-point question.
Yeah.
Isengard and the Eye of Sauron.
That is incorrect. Looking for Orthanc and Barad-dûr.
He's technically right.
He's technically right, but they were asking for the name of the towers.
Yeah.
But
Alright, so
honestly,
Eric,
the name of those
Just
towers
got me
is
right
really
through
difficult,
just
especially
with those
considering.
His 3 I might have just made those words up. All right, so now, Eric, we come down to your 5-point question. This is your 5
And I'm not even sure if that is in the theatrical or extended version. Oh no, wait.
No,
no,
they're both in the theatrical.
no. It's in the extended version of Return of the King.
The world you spun away from in round
That
number 2.
when Saruman is atop the tower and he's like, "Do you want the keys of Orthanc yourself?" There we go.
This actress played Martha Kent, Superman's adoptive mother, in 2006's Superman Returns.
Yeah. Oh,
His
dear.
eyes are just like, well,
Keys do I have left?
Lord. What a question.
I still have not gotten to this one yet, so.
Honestly, I don't blame you. Movie sucks.
This actress played Martha Kent, Superman's adoptive mother, in 2006's Superman.
To be fair, if he doesn't know it, the match is not over. Hlavac still has his... It's tied.
I think I'm thinking of Smallville, but Annette O'Toole.
Looking for Eva Marie Saint.
Oh, cool.
Sorry, Eva Marie Saint is the actress. So, with that, Eric is tied.
Yep.
Hasn't lost anything yet.
I actually didn't know. Oh my God, it's the
But
one on the
Adam
waterfront,
needs to get
and
either
nope,
his
it's not
3 or
coming.
his 5-point question correct
Damn you!
in order to defeat the Zeman.
So you selected number 6. The category is heroes.
Okay.
In Thor, during the fight against Loki at the end of the film, how did Thor keep him on
He put the
rails?
hammer on his chest.
Yeah,
He knocked him down and put Mjolnir over his
Yeah.
chest.
that's it.
And your winner,
That question is worded a little weird.
Adam Hlavac defeats Eric
Hlavac.
Zeman Zipper. What a match for the Haymaker.
Still with a question
You got
to
it
go.
right. You put the thing on the guy's chest.
Yeah.
And that is how it shakes out. Eric Zipper, a very game effort here, Roxy. He proved his worth. He proved his mettle. I think that Kaiser was right to hit pocket him, if not manage him outright. But Adam Hlavac, the winner here today, and rightfully so.
And Zipper shall go back to the dungeon.
It's,
The
Yeah,
only
yeah.
time that happened.
what 2019
Maybe
is
join,
all
Spets
about.
for a
Who
studying
knows
session or
more
two.
about the inner geekdom?
Or
Well,
20.
today it was Adam, and on
Yeah.
future day it
And,
will be Eric. We are gonna
Bring
have
your
to
own
with
food,
both
because
Eric
Lord
and
knows
Adam.
the fridge always needs restocked there over at the dungeon.
Jen Sturger. Jen, it's all yours.
There's only
What's up,
Dr.
movie trivia
Pepper in there.
Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with
Lord.
Eric Zipper. I feel like you came out in this mood and you're still in it.
Yeah, I'm tired, Jen. I'm tired of losing.
We're
I'm
also tired,
of having
but
a,
for a different reason.
record that doesn't reflect how good I am at this game.
It really doesn't, because you have so much knowledge, especially when it comes to inner geekdom. But I mean, you had your breakup with your teammate, and now this inner geekdom loss. Like, how
Yeah.
do we regroup from this?
Well,
I still never fully
I mean,
understand
as loath as I am to
why
put faith in
he wouldn't
Kaiser,
just get back together with
I'm
Winston,
hoping
but-
that in teams, things will start looking up for me. That
Yeah, how's that working out with that whole hip pocketing thing or whatever he calls it?
Yeah, it wasn't a term I was familiar with either because sports, but I hope it goes well. I feel confident in Paul and I winning our first match. I think that we are going to be a scary team.
I don't disagree
Yeah.
with that
Wonder
at
who
all.
they'll
So, like,
face.
we're going to talk about moving forward and getting back on the board. Who do you want next?
Well, you know, I want to take on somebody that I respect, somebody in this game that, like, if I beat Adam today, I would have felt really good about it because I respect him as a player. He's good at what he does. So I would really like to take on Haley Fouch and the Scream Queens.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Haley and I were friends. We were on a team together in Anarchy last
Oh,
year.
that's right.
And I think that would make me feel
Crazy
better
88.
going forward because
It's so weird
She
because
knows her
someone had
stuff.
told me that you were like kind of talking behind the scenes that you wanted to take on Mike or Chance, which I think is a little crazy,
Little.
personally.
Oh, I definitely want to take on Mike and Chance. Corruption is my ultimate goal. Trust me.
You just feel like you might
They're
need
my goal.
another win or two under your belt before you feel comfortable with that.
I wouldn't necessarily put it that way.
No.
But-
It's that he needs
Wouldn't hurt.
another win under his belt to face them.
Wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Well, tough loss today, man. Sorry.
Yeah, you're telling me.
We'll get you back in there. All right? Chin up.
All right. Thanks.
And I'm back with a very happy Adam Hlavac. Oh my gosh, how does it feel to be back in the wins column?
It's great. I love it. This was a really, really fun match. This was a match that played into all of my strengths. So I knew as soon as these questions started coming out, I was like, "Oh, this feels good. I feel good about this. I feel pretty confident about winning this."
Isn't it some days that's just how it goes?
Hey, absolutely. And this morning, I'm always a little stressed before I do these because you never know what's going to get thrown at
Yep.
you. So I always assume the worst. And usually when I assume the worst, I tend to usually win. So maybe that's my tactic going forward.
Thoughts on Zipper and how he played out there today?
Did great. I didn't really know too much about him as a performer in this match, so I love coming into this and not knowing what to expect. and everyone thinking.
So you don't kind of like overthink it, basically.
Not at all. And it's so funny to come into this and have a lot of people sort of assume it's going to be landslide sometimes. I'm like, well, you should never underestimate anybody, because underdogs, when they win, they usually do it extremely well and they landslide. So it was a great match. He's a great opponent.
And you handled DC Movie News pretty well. He did get those steals on you, though.
He did, and that's my fault for not going with my gut. Both of those questions, Watchmen, I agree 100%. Both Superman Returns and Watchmen, I went against my gut, and I paid for it. So lesson learned, go with your gut always.
Always. And so, who are we going with next? I mean, there's such an open field right now, I feel like, in Inner Geekdom, but obviously all roads are being paved to get to Rachel Cushing.
Hey, Ganowski got a title shot in 3 and 3.
Who do you want? Which path do you want to take? Because I feel like any of them are going to be awful right now.
Yeah, I'm fine with going into the trenches and just going straight through the fire and going after Kalinowski and then going to Cushing. Those were two incredible opponents, and I feel very honored that I got to play against them. Regardless of what the outcome was, it was just so great to play against people who are so passionate, so prepared. They really know their stuff. I think they really need to be looked at as some of the greatest players in this entire Schmoedown. So I just kind of want to go straight into the fire.
Nice. I love that. I love that you are just ready to be back in that title hunt, man. Congratulations
Thank you
again.
so much.
And can't wait to see what we have cooked up for you next.
Don't wait 6 months to give him another match.
Eric's still got feeling his way around who he is in this league. But let's talk about Adam Hlavac and how he really is taking aim at that belt. This is a big win here today against a fellow top 10 competitor in the Inner Geekdom. How do you see How do you see Adam matriculating to getting that matchup possibly one day against Rachel Cushing? You think he has the goods?
I do think that he's just grown and grown, and I don't know where.
That's the most amount of energy you'll see out of Chris today.
Yep. So far, this guy is an amazing competitor, especially in Inner Geekdom. He has so much knowledge.
And if I can just ask you, because you're a fellow manager, if you're looking at Eric Zipper's performance, right? And again, I hate to do this. I'm going to put you in Kaiser's shoes.
Manager.
Watch this match play out here today. Eric Zipper showed some moxie. He showed a lot of know-how in a variety of different categories, even categories he didn't necessarily.
Potential manager. It's still a trial period right now.
Are you looking at this as somebody you can manage here today?
He didn't give up, and I do like that, but he came in with the wrong attitude. You've got to come to play for the belt, and I would never manage a single player who wasn't there for one reason, and that was to get the belt.
Is calling out corruption, maybe getting a little sidetracked and not having his sights singularly focused like what we've seen with Adam on getting that belt. Well, that does it here today. Once again, your winner is Adam the Haymaker Hlavac, defeating Eric Z-Man Zipper. I want to give a big shout out to everybody here in the studio, all of our hardworking crew, the camera operators, everybody. You can give them a hand at any time you want, studio audience. And I also want to thank my incredible co-announcer, Roxy Stryer. Where can all the kids out there find you?
Everywhere at Roxy Stryer.
Everywhere at Roxy Stryer. I'm merely Mark Ellis at Mark Ellis Live. Upcoming dates include San Diego Comic-Con. I'm doing stand-up at American Comedy Company with some of my funny nerd friends. Thursday of Comic-Con. Then Saturday is the big movie trivia Schmoedown event. You can get your tickets right now at the Schmoedown Live or markellislive.com. Until then, for everybody here, Roxy, Christian, I'm merely Baby Carrots, and we'll see you next time.
Can I come?
There's a little bit of time left. Oh, Whitney.
Hey, Mr.
Oh, dear.
How's it going? Hey, I'm a big fan. I love critically acclaimed.
Who are you?
My favorite team. I'm Brendan. People call me the Kid.
Oh, you're the Kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
it's nice to meet the Kid.
Total pleasure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, I just wanted to say I'm a huge fan of the team. I've watched all critically acclaimed matches. I've been pulling for you.
It's
Mr. Beast is a great mentor to me.
Stop. So you're a big fan.
Yeah, no, I love your team, and just lately, Mr. Beast has been giving me so much advice and helped me out before my match, singles match, and yeah.
Wait, William's been giving you advice?
Yeah, Mr. Beast, yeah.
Mr. Beast.
Okay.
Okay.
Eek.
Some dissension in the ranks here.
What the hell?
Wait a minute. No, don't break up my team. Don't break up my team. Don't do it.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Ah, no. Don't break up my team.
I think we just broke Chris.
I think that end credit scene just broke Chris.
It did.
Oh, God.
That did more to wake me up today than any amount of coffee ever will. I am back, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing today?
But by the way, what Meyer could have said in that little bit is, well, at least I have a win and you don't in singles.
But Brendan's not that kind of kid. Brendan's not that kind of guy.
No. He's nice.
But he could if he really wanted to.
The thing is, he could have said that because, yeah, the truth of the matter is, Brendan is getting a lot better at this game, and he might be better, but I don't know. But yeah, yeah. What do you think, Chris, about that end credit scene?
Okay, first the Schmoes break up. I'm depressed. Then Top 10 breaks up, and I'm depressed. If Critically Acclaimed breaks up, I'm going to be so depressed, it's not even going to be funny. Like, I'll be on, like, a binger of just watching Logan for, like, 2 days straight.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Nico, what are your thoughts on that?
I say reform the Growling Commandos and use the Freebird rule. Let's see who was the better partner for William Bibiani. And, like...
Yes, I much prefer that option.
I'm so tired I can't even finish my damn thought.
God.
But good match. They played great. Again, Zipper's head, his mindset played a lot into how this match ended up going. He's on a revenge path more than he's on a path for gold and glory. And it kind of clouded his vision a little bit.
Probably.
I was about to say, because, like, and let's be fair here, when was the last time a revenge tour actually worked in the Schmoedown?
Christian?
Yeah.
Harloff?
Yeah, that's the last time it actually worked.
Look, to be fair, it depends on the competitor if it can work, because Harloff really had a plan with what he wanted to do, and Zipper not really. Harloff really had his sights focused on, okay, I'm going to go after Makuga first, and then that, and then that, and then that. And just he had a path planned out for him. He knew that, like, that was his goal, essentially. I'm going to beat these competitors and see where it ends up, and it ended up getting him a belt. So
yeah,
that works. But I think in terms of Zipper, he might have made a mistake with his... with him leaving Winston and going on his own. Because, well, okay, to be fair, he was ditched by corruption because he, for some reason, thought that corruption would do something for him. And I'm like, are you delusional or what? Like, no.
Zippity-doo-dah. Zippity-yay. Yeah.
The only thing is that who does Adam face after this? Because I'm looking at the Inner Geekdom stats, and yeah, like, of course, most competitors have not a good record. Either it's 500 or worse than 500 record. And yeah, Adam was number 3, and Zipper was number 4. I mean, so yeah, you like Adam is not going to face anyone lower than that.
Adam
and higher, you have Mike and Smets.
Adam should probably face the loser of the Smets-Kalinowski match.
Yeah, probably. It's probably a good idea.
And who knows, if he can use that momentum, because let's face it, it will very likely be Kalinowski. Very likely.
Yeah.
And if he does lose, then we actually have a fun little rematch of the semifinal from last year's tournament. And I don't know if momentum is on Adam's side at the moment. Maybe he can take the win.
What I think Adam should do is study up a lot, because if you see how Kalinowski and Smets are studying, that's in a whole different league than what Adam is doing. Adam is just in this league because he knows a couple of these movies and he likes it. But that's like Smets and Kalinowski are on a completely different level right now. And if you want to compete well in Inner Geek, what the hell is he doing?
Sorry for the sleep outside. Keep going.
But if you really want to be that good of a contender in Inner Geekdom, you should do what Kalinowski and Smets are doing. And probably also Rachel in the meantime. We don't know, but she's just holding that belt until she finally gets challenged. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But At this point, I feel like there's a disconnect between the top three, Rachel, Mike, and Smets, and then Hlavac, and then the rest of the field. Might be just me. Of course, I gladly will be proven wrong. I am I would hope that Hlavac gets to that point where he gets to studying and he is among the top 4, not the top 3. So we'll have to wait and see. Do you guys have any final thoughts, or should we just wrap this up and we go to bed again? Yes, guys, you can find us sleeping in about 20 minutes from now. Anyway, guys, please like the video, comment on it, anything that you saw, any predictions for the future that you have. What will happen with Critically Acclaimed? What will happen with the Horsemen? What we saw in the opening scene? And what will happen to Hlavac and Zipper after this match? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And Chris, where can people find you crying online?
You guys can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Stardust, Letterboxd, and Discord at Skywalker Doma. You guys can follow this very channel on Twitter and Instagram at D2A Channel. Please like our Facebook page. And stay tuned this Friday for the Who Cares Anime podcast. We'll welcome back a dear fan of ours, Jonathan Peck, to talk about ensembles in TV. And this is actually going to be a fun little topic to just sort of get away from as much of the superhero stuff, because it's like, look, I love this stuff, but I don't want to get burnt out by it.
We've done a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Unfortunately, I won't be joining because, I have a move coming up. So the next couple of weekends are going to be rough for me, just moving all my stuff to a new apartment. But hopefully, after all is said and done, in about a month from now, it'll be very smooth sailing for me. Looking forward to that. Nico, where can people find you sleeping online?
Yeah, I don't even want to do it today. Just
all right. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Nico Suave Regola. You can find him over at Multiplex Entertainment, Combat Wrestling Network, and Rolling Crits now on Twitch, or not yet. Still figuring that out.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, there you go. See, that's how you do a short version of your plugs.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, speaking of short plugs, you can find me on Twitter at Dutch Movie Guy, Kees Cornelis, on Facebook and Letterboxd. And that's about it. So, guys, until our next video, take care.
Yeah.